tryna do that thing I like. When you take hold of the mic, private show tonight, no audience. Use me how you like. Won't put up a fight, take control. I just wanna know if you're tryna do that thing I like. When you take hold of the mic, private show tonight, no audience. Hey, lights off, camera on, now tell me if you bout that action. I set the stage for you and you do it just like we practice. Ain't nobody ever me and you. Now turn around and show me what them secrets do. Cause I like it when you ride it, and I know you like it when I'm beside it. Just tell me how you want it, on call, performance. I don't need a break, don't need no water. I know my lines, I'm a true performer.
Ooh, it's true, yeah.
I'm a true performer.
Ooh, it's true.
And I just wanna know. Yeah. It's been a minute and I'm ready to go. Yeah. Got my attention, now I wanna know if you're tryna do that thing I like. When you take hold of the mic, private show tonight, no audience. Use me how you like. Won't put up a fight, take control. I just wanna know if you're tryna do that thing I like. When you take hold of the mic, private show tonight, no audience. Backstage when the lights don't blaze, taking time and breath. Oh, you start with a show, me and Cheryl wanting encore. When I'm speaking for myself, if you're tryna do that thing I like, wanna take part of the mic, private show tonight, nobody else. If you're tryna do that thing I like, wanna take part of the mic, private show tonight, nobody else.
We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those.
Something big about to happen. I hear the beat tapping. We some fly rhyming felines rapping on the track. Better yet, grab a gat, cause we hot like Enzo. Doors closed, windows up, cause that's the way we like to ride. Windy City hitting. Check mic 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Hey Chicago, and welcome back to Speak Your Mind Radio. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Queen Star, aka Miss Hip Hop. And today, you guys, we have a dope guest with us here from North Charlotte, Carolina. I think I said that right.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina, excuse me. Yes, and we're here to discuss his new single entitled Private Show. So without further ado, bringing next to the mic, my homeboy, Justice B. What's up, man?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just, like I said earlier, just happy to have you here. You know what I'm saying?
Really, thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited.
Yes, as I am. Okay, so just just to we start off each and every interview here on Speak Your Mind Radio with an icebreaker for the artist. Okay. What are your thoughts about the president catching COVID-19?
Well, there is a God. Yeah.
Woo! That was funny.
That's all I have to say. There is.
That's all you gotta say, brother. That's it. Yeah, that was funny. Okay. Woo, that threw me off for a minute. Okay. All right, man. So introduce yourself to like the people and tell them a little bit about yourself and how it was like growing up in Charlotte with your passion for music.
Okay. So my name is Justice B. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm 26. I'm, fresh in the, music scene, but I've been around music all my life. Growing up in Charlotte, it's a very diverse demographic. It's a lot more diverse now, but even, back then before it became what it is now, it was, very diverse. So growing up, music was always in my house. So I guess it just kind of stuck with me. Like my dad, is an alcoholic, but he has like an alter ego where like, he would start thinking he was like south of the border or, might even be a little Caucasian. I don't know where it came from, but he would be in like these different modes. So he would always be playing like different stuff. And I'm appreciative of it in the long run because, I would have never known about Carlos Santana or Queen or, the Rolling Stones or anything like that had he not been in his little modes where he was, getting his alter ego on. But my mom, she had the R&B and the colorful music, for me. So I'm very rooted in music. And, growing up in Charlotte was cool. And now, that I'm older and it's gotten to be a whole big metro city, it's interesting to see where it's going now. And I'm happy to still say I'm from Charlotte,
Oh, that's sweet, man. Shout out to Charlotte. Like, seriously, North Carolina in the house, for sure.
Yeah, we out here.
Definitely. Now, I heard you say that your father had an alter ego and he listened to, like, different music and stuff like that. So, apart from that, who would you say are your biggest influences in music?
Oh, man. That is a really hard question for me because, like I said, I've always been around music and I digest so much, like from rock to classical music to R&B to rap, stuff like that. But main influences, I definitely gotta, give out to Erykah Badu because she's timeless. Her music, it's like an experience. Like, her music is like you can sit back and just close your eyes and like place yourself in a specific experience, and that's kind of what I want to go for with my music going forward, and that's kind of what I set out to do, and just make timeless music that's going to kind of take you on a journey and kind of make you, live in that moment.
Definitely.
I got so many inspirations. She's the main one, but I got Mariah Carey, just because you can't tell her shit.
You can't.
Like there's people that I aspire to be like from a business standpoint just because of how they carry themselves outside of just making music.
Exactly.
This might surprise you, but Gucci. Gucci is definitely one of like my inspirations as far as like a businessman. Like that man will market himself and do everything he need to do, make the connections that he needs to and not be afraid to, put his best foot forward and make a business deal. And it always works out from the looks of it. So
definitely. I definitely agree with you. Shout out to Gucci, man, if you're listening, for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to Gucci, one of my favorite rappers, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of favorite artists and stuff like that, who would you say is your favorite rock band of all time?
Favorite rock band of all time, Queen.
Queen. Yeah.
There's no debate. Freddie Mercury, that's another inspiration. Just the showmanship, incredible showmanship, and just kind of even whenever you're going through stuff, the show must go on. That's the kind of mindset I have. One of my songs, I said I'm a true performer, and that's where I get it from. You being a true performer is just keeping it going when, you know, you ain't feeling your best, or when the sound ain't right, or when the band ain't rehearsed. You know, the show still got to go on. So
that's true. That's good ambition skills right there. That's what I like to say. That's that gas, baby.
yeah.
Okay, so Justice, like from a marketing standpoint, what advice can you give other young musicians out there trying to, you know, present their music to the world in this digitally driven world that we do live in? You know, everything's digital.
Advice that I would give: always try to find new ways to market yourself. Whether that be, you know, placing a video over your music. Make sure you got the licensing though. Make sure you got the licensing. Licensing is important. But you know what I'm saying? Just kind of finding new ways to keep, you know, things fresh. And that could be anything. Like, I don't like to tell creatives how to do their own thing, because if you're a creative, like, your content doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the world, because it, you know, it don't belong to you. That's the reason we create stuff. Right? So,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just get it out there at the end of the day. However you think and however you see fit to get it out there, you know, that's how you market yourself. Whatever, you put your spin on it and, you know, you go for it. Of course, you want to, you know, look at other people to get some kind of inspiration, and, you know, reach out to people to get kind of feedback to see how that's going to work. But at the end of the day, just do you. You know, don't hold on to it. Don't get in your head just because you feel like people might not resonate with it. Just get it out.
True. That is so true. That is so true. I think getting other people's opinions in the beginning of your career is like definitely detrimental to what you seek to put out there. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah, I agree with you. So tell everybody, speaking of the music, tell everybody a little bit, not a little bit, but about your single Private Show and what inspired such a sexy song.
Okay. So Private Show was like one of the first songs I wrote on my EP. And I wrote it with the intent to put out a project. So, you know, with the quarantine and everything, that was like prime time for me. Like, I ain't got nothing to do but to stay in the house. What? Okay. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So that was like, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And at the time I was in a relationship, and I was, you know, with my producer, and we were just sitting there like, okay, like, this sounds like it could be a real, like, when he was playing, you were tracking out the beat or whatever, because we sat right here in my room and like made everything from scratch. Wow. And I was like, oh, this sounds like a, you know, this sounds like a sexy song, like, but it sounds real fun too. And I don't know, that, you know, as a creative, like, things happen so organically. I was literally just humming, and it just fit. And I was like, okay, sexy song and that melody, all right. And then, I don't know, something about the quarantine, I was like, let me focus on quarantine. So I was like, damn, you know, people ain't, I'm sorry, I don't know what this is.
No,
people ain't
cool.
having sex like they used to, you know what I'm saying? We stuck in the house, you know, it's been a minute, you know, now I'm ready to get to it, you know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
like, oh, this is the perfect post-quarantine song from where we can go outside.
It really is.
It's too bad, you know, still kind of, you know, we still kind of on shut down, you know, things ain't turned all the way back to normal, but I was like, this is the perfect, like, when it's time to go back outside, boom, boom, boom. So I was like, you know, we're going to work on this and keep it to the summertime. And that's what it was. It was just like, I wanted people to like listen to it and be like, well, what is your version of a private show? Because my private show is like when you do that thing with the mic, but your private show might be, you know, you're going to be bound and gagged. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a private could be whatever you want it to be. So like literally that's how that came to be inspired. It was like, what does your private show look like? Because we are all going through this quarantine together, and it's like, you know, it's time to go. I'm ready to go. It's been a minute.
Yeah, baby, I'm telling you right there. And also you brought back the authenticity in R&B, you know what I'm saying? Just like you said, like, what happened to that baby making music? You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like to deplete and go out the window for some reason. But when I heard Private Show, I'm like, oh yeah, this gets you in the mood for like role playing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I really like that song. But I want to ask you, I know you don't have a visual for it yet, but are you planning on having a visual?
Yeah, so I'm ironing things like that out now. Special shout out to Duran Bernard. He was, you know, a feature on the song, and
he was
I would really like to do a visual with him, because he's creative and he's very, you know, out of this world when it comes to like his ideas, and I feel like us together, and if we could work together and put that together, I think it'd be dope. But soon come, we'll see. But I'm working on a lot of visuals for the other songs and stuff that I'm working on towards my next project. I'm just trying to keep myself busy, so we'll see.
Well, speaking of trying to keep yourself busy, how do you keep creative? Like, how do you stay creative?
A lot of tree.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of tree. But I don't know. I just kind of put myself in a mode where, like, now that I'm, putting music out, it's like I want to keep doing it. Now that I spent so much time with, staying in my head and not releasing music because I'm like, ain't nobody trying to hear this shit, Otis, So it's like now that I've, put it out there and it's being received pretty well, I'm like, okay, just keep doing it. Like, don't be scared.
That's
so,
right.
When I find myself with melodies like swirling around in my head, I'll be like, okay, I'll sit there for a second, play with it. And then, all right, now I got to get this out. And I don't care if I'm sitting here watching a game or if I'm in the bed trying to go to sleep. Like if I can't go to sleep because a melody is in my head, I'm just like, all right, get it out, put it in your notes. You know what I'm saying? Voice memo on, just kind of keeping track of, because I do this stuff all the time, and like before I never kept track of it. So now that I've like put myself in a mind where it's like, all right, because these little voice memos might turn into a little interlude on the album, like you never know. So it's just like, as one of my producers say, like, record everything.
That's right.
Record everything.
Everything.
Yeah. So
you gotta document everything.
Yeah, that's how I keep it. That's how I keep it fresh.
Okay. So, what are your next upcoming projects? Now that we're on it.
So I'm kind of in a place where, like, now that my EP is out, I'm just kind of feeling different sounds and just working on different things. I'm planning on maybe releasing a few singles, and just seeing how they sound, to the masses, and trying to use that feedback that I get to create like a cohesive project with those similar sounds, because I do want everything to not sound the same but sound together. I don't want to be too all over the place. I want to be one solid sound, and that's going to take some time. So I'm working on a lot of different things, and who knows when the next project is. I like to keep people on their toes, so I might just drop something tomorrow, might drop something next week. I don't know, but I hope that people can listen to this EP and see where I'm going, and just wanting to make authentic and organic music. So.
Definitely, I love that. If you had a chance to collaborate with any artist out right now, who would it be?
Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox.
She's just so Black, so beautiful, and her music is just so Black and beautiful.
Wow.
And like, I really want to get in that soul element, and I feel like she embodies all of that. She embodies all of that, just natural brown skin, like just natural everything, and just natural glow about her. And just, I like working with good people, and she just has a good aura to her. So, what I'm saying? When you work with good people, you make good music. So.
Exactly. So let's talk about your EP that the private show is on. What's the name of the EP?
The EP is called High Call Volume. It has Private Show on there, as well as 2 other tracks by myself, written by me, co-produced a little bit by me as well. And then I had some other producers that I work with on there. Yeah, that's my first project. I love it. That's my baby.
Okay. So why don't you tell the people out there where they can find your music and where they can like talk to you or link up with you or something?
Okay. Well, High Call Volume is available on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, whatever you prefer. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Justice B Music. Again, that's It's Justice B Music. And talk to me. I'm very down to earth. I'm always, like I said, I like to keep myself busy. So if anybody out there is trying to work, what I'm saying, and make some magic, make some beautiful music, holler at me. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my EP. Stream it. Tell a friend. Tell your mama. Tell your cousin. Tell your daddy.
Yeah.
Tell your daddy. Tell your daddy sister. Yeah.
I'm so silly. Thank you so much, Justice B, for coming on today's show. I really enjoyed you. When you drop your next project, holla at Speak Your Mind Radio so we can get album reviews going. You know what I'm saying? EP reviews going. Let's do it.
Will do. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it so much.
For sure. Peace out, man.